My character is James de Sandilands. James was a knight, was born in the late 14th century. Reenactment, to me, has got two real appeals. The personal appeal is actually getting out. It's a good excuse to be outside, to spend a lot of time in the fresh air. It's good exercise. But the other side of it is also actually bringing history to life, and when we work in particular places, it's about bringing those locations to life as well. It's not inherently dangerous, but obviously when you're in our period, you're dealing with live fires, so people can get burnt. You are dealing with steel weapons, and so you can have accidents there. Apart from a few broken bones, broken ribs in the big battles and broken finger bones. So because my character is a knight, it means that I can fight in tournaments. He certainly is good enough to train others, so that at times in tournaments I've taken the role of a master at arms, which means that I will lead set displays of training. My chosen weapon is what's known as an arming sword. Now that's a single-handed sword. I prefer a short version of that. They are fast, short swords. You wield it one-handed. You can fight then with a shield or some other form of protection in your other hand. But in general, the arming sword is the sword of the knight. A knight is undressed without a sword at their side, and so it would be very unusual for a knight not to prefer a single-handed sword. You have to be fairly nimble on your feet when you're fighting, so I tend to be quite a fast mover anyway. I don't hang around in a fight. I don't stand toe-to-toe and slug it out like some people do. I much prefer watching a blade miss me to having to parry and hoping that nothing goes wrong. So in terms of my fighting style, it doesn't change hugely until I'm fighting an opponent where we both have very short weapons. When you're fighting with longer weapons, then you stand much further back. Apart from the large wooden shield that would carry your arms, a lot of the time we will use small metal bucklers, which are round punching shields. They're less than a foot across. They are very much a weapon in their own right, as well as being defensive. As my character, I am reasonably well armoured because I am a knight of a noble family as well. So in terms of armour, I would start with a padded gambeson, and that is made basically of linen with 5 or 6 layers of wool sewn inside it. So you get about an inch worth of padding there. Over the top of that, I will wear a mail shirt. And that is made of individual rings of metal that are then riveted together so they don't burst. Over that I strap legs, so my legs are encased entirely in steel. My arms, although they've got mail protection on them, I also wear steel over my arms. I will have a mail gorget around my throat to protect my throat both from the slash of a knife or from a sword, but it's also there as whiplash protector, so it's a very thick layer around my neck. I'll then wear gauntlets over the top, something called hourglass gauntlets, so they've got a very thin wrist, but then they flare out, and once I'm in those, I'm pretty much invulnerable apart from my face. The armour is fitted to you, or it would have been at the time. You get armour that is suited precisely to your person, and it's made to fit. Because if you've got ill-fitting armour, you can't move in it, and if you can't move, somebody will kill you. And that's why armour has to be personalised. Reenactors are very, very friendly in general. They are yes, slightly weird. They are big characters. You have to be a big character when you're trying to put yourself across to 200 people or 2,000 people who might be standing 400 or 500 yards away from you. You've got to express yourself and really push that out there. So if you're timid, it doesn't matter. There are background roles you can take in and you can just join. But it does mean that when you meet reenactors, they might be a little bit in your face. Get to know them, talk to them, find out what makes them tick, and just try it.